Hi everybody, it's Miss Gromberg here and I'm here with Jackie today. I hope everyone's enjoying their day. Today we're going to start a three-part series about how to write a recount. So today we're just going to look at the structure of a recount. Oh, I didn't know how to recount. Oh, I don't remember teaching you about recount before. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I recounted. Oh, you did recount. That's very good. That is actually one type of recount. I didn't even think about that, Jackie. Yeah. So actually, I have a different type of recount. This one's about writing. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. So we're not actually going to count again and again. We're not going to recount in that way. That's one meaning of recount, though. This recount actually means you're going to tell us about something you did. So like in your journal, when you write at school, you are recounting. When you share about your weekend, that's a recount. So if we look up recount in the dictionary, which I did already, and I wrote it out here for you. So here is a definition. So recount, to share about something that happened to you. So it's an example would be you might share a story about an event or an experience. And another example would be writing in your journal. Okay, so that's the definition of a recount. And like many words, there's often more than one meaning, right? Okay, so let's talk about a recount today. Now, when you're writing in your journals, you write in the past tense because you're writing about something that already happened. Oh, I know, I have a story about what to write about. Oh, do you want to share your story? Yeah, share my story. Okay, so Jackie will share her story. And then maybe in the next lesson, we'll write about your story, okay? But you can share your story. Okay, so there you go, Jackie, you can share it. I was going for a walk one day in the very merry months of May. I was feeling pretty fine until there was a spider on my spine, and then nothing was okay. Okay. Oh, Jackie. Yeah, that was a nice walk until the spider went on your back, right? And then you got very scared. I don't like spiders. I know. Yeah, but you could write about that story, how we went for our walk, right? And then how the spider landed on your back. That'd be a good story. It's actually not May though, Jackie. It's still April. Oh, but I don't know what rhymes with April. It's a harder one to make a song to rhyme. April. I was going for a walk one April in the very merry months of April. I was feeling very fine. Okay, we'll just stop. Yeah, that's true. That's a harder one to rhyme with. So we'll keep with May. You know, some kids might watch us in May anyway. So, and I agree, it sounds catchier. It's a catchier one. So friends, you don't have to write a song. You're just gonna write in a journal like usual. Like Jackie and I, we both like to sing all the time. So always writing songs. Anyways, we'll turn your song into a writing recount. So you're going to start with, in your recount when you're writing, the title. And then what is that one? Orientation. That's a big word, orientation. So if you take the word orient or orientate, it means like to locate, to find a place. So you're going to help your reader, right? There's always an audience, someone's reading your journal. So we'll just call it a journal writing. You need to orientate them in a way so they understand where you're at. Okay, we'll talk more about that. But under the orientation, you're going to include who, what, when, where, why. Who, what, when, where, why. Okay. Then, oh, I have it on this card. There we go. I was just saying that. So that's what you do need to include. And I wrote why in blue because that's more for a challenge, okay? So if you're in a split class, like a 2-3, then you're going to want to include the why for sure if you're in grade 3, okay? So we're gonna show different ways to do this, simpler, and then how to add details to it. So because kids from grade 1, 2, 3, they all use a similar format. They can use a similar format when writing a recount. It's a matter of how much you write, the details, and that which will be a different lesson. Okay, so we start with the title, and then the orientation, which I make a W. Yeah, I like that, Jackie, that's pretty good. I make a W with my hands to symbolize like the 5 W's. And then next is the sequence of events. That comes next. So for sequence of events, I go like this because you're going to write first, then next, and last. You can choose different transition words. These are all transition words, and they help your reader to follow along. The sequence of events is the largest part of your rating. Okay, this is the main part, the sequence of events. These transition words are incredibly important. You can choose different ones, first, second, next, after. There's lots of different words you can choose, but I'll keep these ones here for simplicity's sake as we are writing. And then you end with the personal comments. Okay, so I touch my heart because that's how I feel about the event. That's how I felt about the event. Okay, I'm writing in past tense. It all already happened. So how I felt. So what I would write is I felt blank because blank. You can jazz it up if you want, but I'm just, once again, keeping things simple for now. And that's the structure of your recount. So, Miss Jackie, you can sit there. So here I wrote it out on a piece of paper. What you will do is, Jackie's just moving over. You're going to start with the date on the left-hand side, your name on the right, or if your teacher does it opposite, do that, keep it the same. But anyways, I'm going to write my date here, and name, and title. I have to think of a title. Sometimes I go to the title at the end, or I might write a boring, or just a, a title for now, and then I might get a better idea and switch it later. That's fine. And then I'm going to write the orientation first, the sequence of events next, and then the personal comment last. Once again, the sequence of events is the main part of your story. I'm going to show it to you in a different way and break it down a little bit more. The orientation, what I do to write the sentence, there's different ways you can do this. The way I did it was I wrote who, so who's in the story, what did they do, so did what, when, where, and why. If you follow that format, you'll actually have your sentence right there. So I will actually write a recount in the next lesson, okay? So why, once again, if you're in grade 3, definitely include the why as well. Grade 1s and 2s don't need to. Yeah, so that's the orientation. Do you remember the symbol for orientation? What did we do? It helps to do the gestures. It just helps to remember the different parts. So you can make a W, that's right. So make a W for orientation. Do you remember what we did for the title? Title. So we go title, orientation. Next is, you might not remember the word, but if you remember the action, do the action. Okay, that's a good start. So that's the action, and the word is sequence of events, the main part of your story. First, then next, last. Then, or lastly, even though it says last there, this is the actual last part. This is your personal comment where you're going to write, I felt blank because. Okay, so, oh, there's my pen. So I felt blank because. So there you go. So you notice I have 4 pages for this, but you're going to probably write this on 1 page, maybe 2 pages, depending on your grade. So let's just do the actions together. I'm going to back up, and then Jackie's just watching me, that's fine. So I'll start with the title, the orientation, and then the sequence of events, and then the personal comments. Those are the 4 parts that you need to include when you write your recount. Let's do that again. You're going to start with the title, the orientation, the sequence of events, and the personal comment. So what you might do is just keep watching this video, or just repeat it if you want to memorize it. Practice the actions. If you're not too worried about memorizing it, then you can just go on to the next video. And that one, we're actually going to write a recount, and that's going to help you with the written portion of it. This video is to help you with the structure. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will spend some time writing. I know I will be. I love writing, and I enjoy doing that. I do too. I like writing. I was going for a walk one day. That's singing, Jackie. Oh, well, I'm going to write about it next time. So come watch a video, and then we'll write about my story. It's such a good one. Okay, thanks for coming. Bye. Bye. See you later, alligator.